Alright, security spell is cast, the precious cargo is safe. Now the judge won't be able to steal my cookies without me knowing.
Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo. Just walking along, minding my own business. Doo-doo-doo. Haha, now it's time for an afternoon snack.
Whoa! Ha! I knew that explosion protection spell would prevent cookie thievery. Haha, now who looks stupid?
You do know that he just blew up your cookies, right?
Looking back, Pinkie Pride was one of the best episodes in Season 4. The comedy was well executed, the visuals were fun, some of Pinkie Pie's best characterization and development in the entire series, and of course, Mr. Weird Al Yankovic as Cheese Sandwich instilling some awesome songs and fun, capping off this great episode. Hearing that the Party Pony duo will be featured in an Old Friends Forever comic, I was really looking forward to this. How did it fare? Kind of underwhelming. And one of its main problems is its story structure. We learned about a couple that built the house, got a magical safety enchantment, and then smash cut to Pinkie being chased in the forest by the house and eaten by it. And the comic jumps back and forth from the family to the present at these random awkward intervals, and it really hurts the flow of the story. And every time it jumps to the past, nothing interesting is ever revealed. It talks about how good things are with the family, that they love the house, and the house loves them, and there's no conflict of any sorts. By the end, we never learn about anything about the family other than they're nice. And that they got busy over time with 4 foals. Jeez, lady. And you never really develop an emotional connection to them. Also, why did they get their house enchanted in the first place? Why was Pinkie running around in the middle of the forest? And this enchantment was never really explained what exactly it does and why it has legs.
It just raises too many questions.
If there's danger present, is it supposed to just get up and run to the police?
The burglar trips the alarm, the house raises from its foundations, and runs down the street and around the corner to safety. Well, the real humans won't burn quite so fast in there.
Anyway, Pinkie discovers that Cheese Sandwich is also a captive of the house, along with the foals he was hosting a party for. And admittedly, the two do have some decent chemistry together with their spontaneous funny randomness, complementing each other well in ideas, making logical decisions, and showing off their creative prowess with little to no materials, all the while solving this escape from the house mystery. Though, honestly, this is where the comic starts to lose its steam. Again, all the ensuing flashbacks reveal nothing new to progress the plot, and the majority of the comic is just a group looking around the house and looking for party supplies. It feels like so much padding, and combined with the jumps between time frames makes the comic feel so overloaded. Yet despite that, here's the biggest issue with this comic: the overall concept itself. It's just so bizarre. We're injecting the 2 biggest party ponies in Equestria into a story about an anthropomorphized house. Why do I care about the conundrums of a house? It can't communicate, we can't see its emotional distress, thus we can't develop a sentimental connection to it. Yes, the comic says that the house felt lonely after the original family got old and or died and up and left to find companionship, but other than the loss of its glow, the house shows no sign of distress. Lastly, it's about a freaking house. It's about as interesting as a tale about a table.
Would you like to hear an exciting table adventure? Cause, you know, tables go on a lot of fucking adventures. Table away!
This is just a complete wrong setting for Cheese and Pinkie. I imagined a story where they're in like the ultimate party or comedy competition, or planning the biggest party in Equestria, or how about the two going back to Cheese Sandwich's full hood home and showing how he's gone from the shy, introverted little colt to the charismatic stallion he is today. This comic tries its best to inject a lot of amusement, but it falls apart on concept being limited, trapped inside a small house with limited resources. Speaking of perspective, the artwork itself is rather questionable at times. The size of the house changes constantly, whereas in the beginning it looks like a fairly normal size house, and other times it's as large as the CMC's clubhouse. Other times the comic has weird structuring or composition. Here it's implied the house suddenly stopped and they're thrown against a wall, but what's this weird tower thing in the middle? It's just an odd frame split. There's also perspective problems, such as in an earlier scene, Pinkie looks like she's reacting to something in front of her, but I didn't figure out until much later that she was actually reacting to the lamp glowing suddenly lighting up behind her. It was just so unclear. So anyway, in the end, the party duo turned the house into the ultimate mobile party station traveling across Equestria. This comic was okay. There's something inherently bad about it, but there's just so many elements that go unanswered. Awkward transitions and padding that just stretches out the story to almost painful levels. Cheese and Pinkie's characterization was pretty good, but this was just the wrong concept to fully utilize them. Even more so, they didn't really have any character growth at all, learning nothing from this whole experience. Essentially, it's just a waste of time. Not the worst comic, but definitely underwhelming. Alright, that's it for today, guys. Until next time, MC out!